I can't sugarcoat this. If this is how or why you're making beats, you're gonna fail. Hello guys, my name is Maddens. Welcome to a new video. I'm a producer obviously, and I've seen and met a lot of young producers who are just beginning, and I've seen them making the same type of mistakes. So I figured it's a good video if I made a list and talked about the most common mistakes that young producers or beginning producers do. Without further ado, let's start with the number one biggest mistake, and that is making beats for producers instead of artists or rappers. Well, when you think about it, when you're a beginning producer, you don't have a connection, you don't have a lot of connections to other rappers, you can't send your beats and get feedbacks. The people who are around you are most likely other producers. Now, it's very easy to confuse these types of people together because they are both musicians, they both are your friends, but there's a very big difference when a producer tells you that your beat is amazing versus if a rapper tells you that your beat is amazing. Now, you see, a producer might pay attention to the sound design, to the hi-hat rolls, to the mixing and the mastering, to how a snare sounds, how loud your kick is, what is the melody, what key melody is written in. These kinds of nerdy things. I'm a producer, I know what I'm talking about. But when a rapper compliments your beat, it has a whole other meaning. It means your beat is suitable for his vocals, it's inspiring, it inspires him to rap to it or sing to it, it doesn't make a difference. Or it means that you have caught the vibe very, very well. Now, I'm not saying when producers compliment you, that's nothing. I'm not saying that. Obviously, it's valuable and you can learn a lot of things when other producers give you feedback, but the most important thing, at least for most people that I've met, including myself, is that you want to sell beats. You want to have your beats being heard, and then other people go ahead and buy them. Give me this beat, I'm gonna kill it, this is gonna sound amazing, I'm gonna use it. Versus some other producers telling you that, hey man, you've done a good job. So what? Okay, thank you, I've done a good job, I know that. Now what? Another mistake that a lot of young producers do is to not subscribe to my channel. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button and subscribe to my channel. Also like this video and get on with the video. Thank you. The other mistake that I've seen a lot of young producers do is that they spend either too much time on a beat or they not even finish it. Well, you can obviously see why these are wrong. If you start a beat and if it sounds fine, you have to finish it. It shouldn't sound amazing, fantastic in order for you to finish it. Now, if it really sounds trash, there's a reason for you to leave it at there. But if it sounds fine, if it sounds alright, even if it's not perfect, finish it. The value of a finished beat is 10 times more than an unfinished beat, regardless of how good that unfinished beat is. When you finish a beat, that's when you have something you can show. Or the other way, they spend too much time on a beat when it really doesn't matter. Yes, I know you can make the kick sound even better, but at this point no one's gonna notice and no one's gonna care. I've been there. I'm not saying anything about you. I've been there. I'm pretty sure other producers, let's say Kanye, let's say Dr. Dre, they have been there as well. There have been a point where they've made a beat and no one really cared about how the snare sounds. They had to make the beat good enough to get attention at first and then be able to say and also listen to the snare. It sounds very, punchy. But spending too much time on something that really doesn't matter is very, very idiotic. And you should not do that. The next mistake that I see a lot of producers do, especially beginning producers, is that they just don't publish their work. Whether it's beats, whether it's samples, whether it's loops, whether it's songs, they don't publish it. Now, this thing can have a lot of reasons. It can be as deep as not having proper self-esteem to something shallow like being lazy. I'm just lazy, I don't feel like posting them, I'm just making beats for myself. Yes, you're making beats for yourself for now. What about the next 3 years? Are you gonna be a producer? If you want to be a producer, you have to look at making beats as a job, and the part of that job is publishing your work. It doesn't matter if you think you've made the best beat in the world or the worst beat in the world. If you have to publish it, if that's what you have to do for your work, you have to do it. It doesn't matter if you don't feel like it, if you feel like it could be better, if it sounds similar to another beat. No one cares. Who knows? Maybe you publish it and it goes places, genuinely, like no one cares. No one knows. Stop obsessing over these things. Oh my god, this next mistake really irritates me. Because I don't know, because it seems so obvious and a lot of people just ignore it because they don't like it. And that is ignoring mixing and mastering. Bro, you're a producer, you make music, you cannot like look past mixing and mastering. It's like as if you were a chef or chef, however you say it, and you make food for a restaurant and you just don't make it look good for your customer. It's like, what are you doing? Like, okay, your melody is good, okay, your drums are banging, okay, your 808 is hitting hard, but what about like, do they work together? Do they sound good together? Like, yes, if you solo the piano, it sounds amazing, but how does it sound with 808? Other than that, does your track sound loud enough? Like, nowadays most people just check out beats on their phone, and phones only have one speaker and it's mono. Does your beat sound good in mono? Does it have phase issues? You don't know that because you just don't like mixing and mastering. Man, I just don't like mixing and mastering. What do you mean? It's a part of your job. It's a part of being a producer. Now, I'm not saying you should spend like 300 hours turning into a professional full-time audio engineer, but knowing some basic levels of mixing and mastering can turn your whole beat making level to another level. I promise you that. And the last but not least, we have riding trends / trying to be cool. Look, bro, I'm so cool. I make the beats that are popping right now. I don't care if my beat sounds good or not. Whenever a new genre pops up, I'm gonna make that beat. I'm gonna be that guy. What? You don't make music just to be cool. Like, sure, there are cool aspects to it, but that's not your whole goal. What? I just don't get it. Don't lose your identity to become something just because it's cool. That's all I'm trying to say. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe. We are trying to hit 1000 subscribers, even though we are on 109 right now. But thank you very much. Have a good day. Goodbye.